everybody. It's Adam and Alex from the Spit Take podcast, and we are joined by a special guest, Gregory Pellerito, today, who is here to talk about his new movie, Moments of Youth. So, hey, Gregory, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Hi, guys. Great to be here. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to talking with you about the film and all other sports and pop culture stuff, too. So, excited.
Yeah.
Anything that stream of conscious runs through our minds.
Awesome.
It's more fun when the conversation just gets allowed to flow wherever it wants
Sure.
to go. It's like water.
All for that, man.
The goal is always just
let it go wherever. Let's let it go wherever it goes.
Well, we want to jump right into your movie, Moments of Youth. We both watched it, and I thought it was fantastic. It was wonderful. Very interesting. You know, it's been a while since I watched kind of like a teen comedy.
Yeah.
You know, and we were actually talking about it before you had jumped on, just like it's very interesting to us because we grew up with movies like American Pie and things like that. And jumping into this, it was like, man, I haven't seen a teen comedy in a while, but we're both in our 40s and we're like, you know, we can't relate as much anymore.
Yeah.
So what was your inspiration for the movie?
Yeah, I mean, I would say my biggest inspiration is the films that I loved growing up, and the one you just named would probably be at the top of the list. You know, my friends and I, you know, on a Friday and Saturday night, we would watch American Pie. Then we would go out and then we'd come back and watch it again for probably like a year straight.
Sure.
You know, but not just that one. I mean, I think we had such great ones in the 90s. We had, you know, Can't Hardly Wait, and we had
that's number one for me, baby.
Oh, is it? Cool.
Love Can't Hardly Wait. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
You know, it's just so good. You know, we had 10 Things I Hate About You, and we had you know, there was just so many really She's All That. I love She's All That. It's another great one. But then going back to, you know, the 80s with John Hughes and Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Breakfast Club, and, you know, and I think I always wanted to make a really great coming of age story and I really wanted to set it in one day, kind of like how a lot of them are, you know.
Sure.
Like Alex, you said, Can't Hardly Wait. That's one day. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one day. You know, Breakfast Club is one day. Booksmart, which came out, I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago, is one day, which is also fantastic.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of kind of this whole story taking place in a short, finite amount of time, even though it's kind of such a pivotal like period in people's lives. And, you know, I've always loved those films. They've always been some of my favorite films. And I wanted to make something that I felt like people would enjoy, you know, laugh at and have a good time, the adventure component of it all, but also kind of harken back to, like, you know, your high school days or your college days, you know, no matter if you were at that age, you know, the age of the main characters that currently in high school or currently in college, or if, you know, you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s. You know, I've heard a lot of, you know, going into my parents' generation that I knew a guy just like, you know, Lincoln. And I knew, you know, we used to do that kind of stuff on Friday night all the time. So I feel as though I wanted, you know, to give people something that gave them that sense of kind of charm and nostalgia. But then the further and further I got into the script, the original draft was always pretty much all about the scavenger hunt. It was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of, you know, all the funny components, all that stuff's still there. But I kind of wanted to say something profound. And, you know, I felt as though, thank you. I felt as though if we're going to tell a movie about high school today, what's kind of the most sort of pressing issue in the country. And I felt as though it hasn't really been shown on film or TV much, if at all. And I was like, if I'm going to be, you know, making any statement or touch on any specific, you know, like unfortunate or tragic kind of event or series of events that take place in the country, I felt like this was the most important one to tell. But I wasn't trying to make any kind of political statement. That wasn't my intention at all. I was more just trying to show what kind of effects something like this would happen on people years down the road. That was really what I was going for. And then I felt as though these kids are, you know, they're having a really fun time, but, you know, I think it serves as a way for them finally to kind of move forward. And I, you know, I think the the ending is uplifting, and they're ready to go on to the next chapter type of thing. Yeah.
And I think you absolutely nailed that. And that was something I was saying after I saw it. I was like, man, I'm like, you don't think as much about the aftermath of that, because it becomes a big deal. And then the two sides battle for days at a time and bring up that tragedy, and just to use that to push their point. But like, nobody's really thinking about like what happened to these kids. Like, what did they go through?
Absolutely.
And I thought you portrayed that very well in the movie, and really taking us, I don't want to say a stance, but like to show people like there's a lot of emotion that goes behind that.
Thank you. I watched, if you guys remember, when we grew up, Columbine was kind of the first one. I mean, I don't know if it was the first one ever, but it was the first one that I remember.
Yeah, that was huge. It was national.
And when I was kind of doing research, I watched a lot of interviews with the kids now, and every one of them said, they all talked about how it still affects them now. So I was like, I guess these stories, kind of like what you said, Adam, they're kind of in the news for a period of time, but we don't hear about like a year down the road, like, but these people are still living it, right? And I'm about an hour away from Sandy Hook, so that really, I know it hit everybody really hard, but around here it was terrible, and just a dark cloud was over like Connecticut for a long time, and I think it, in a way, it always will be, because of how sad that was for everyone. So I just kind of felt like if I was gonna, tell this kind of story about now, I almost felt like a responsibility to kind of hit this point, while still making it, while it still has all its, humor and its the crazy stuff that the kids do, all that kind of stuff. It's still got all the American Pie elements to it. It just has a deeper sort of message as well.
Yeah. The epidemic, I don't even know if that's the right word, but the fact that it's so commonplace, of school shootings has very much become a political football. And as it has, it's just become this thing. And it's, school shootings, but you don't think of everything that goes involved with that. Every life that was touched by that is not over. It's just when the news ends, those people don't just go the fuck away. They still have to live their lives and carry those scars. And can you do that without just dragging your life? Like, these kids are out there trying to have fun and live their lives and do what every fucking teenager is supposed to do at that time in their life.
Absolutely. But and I think also that was on top of just the kids. I think a big reason why I wanted to have that scene with Carson and Principal Crenshaw on the kind of the bench at the carnival was because he finally said how it affected him. But because I think like being in that kind of administrative position, he had to hold it all together for the school. But at the same time, I made a point to say that this guy has been extremely shaken by it, just like everyone else, and in a whole different way. He kind of he felt responsible in a way, which I thought was probably a fairly human feeling that somebody would have.
It was his job to protect those kids, and throughout something that he could not control, he failed. But it wasn't him. Honestly, I thought Kevin Farley fucking knocked it out of the park. I did not expect that out of him.
John
Farley. John Farley? You talk about?
I thought it was Kevin.
No,
Kevin's the other brother who looks just like Chris.
Oh,
Kevin
God, I'm such an asshole.
That's okay. No, it's fine. Hey,
we're sorry, John.
Sorry, John.
Kevin's fantastic. Kevin's fantastic too. They're all great.
Well, the principal did a fantastic job.
Thank you. I think everybody really loved his performance. He just elevated it so much. It was fantastic.
I felt like there was a good portion of it where he was almost channeling Chris a little bit. Like, I almost got a lot more, which I don't normally see from John Farley in movies he's in. And I felt like this time it felt like watching Chris again, which was interesting.
It was obviously, like, I'm sure you guys love Chris as much as, my friends and I, and my brother and I watched Tommy Boy hundreds of times growing up. And being on set with him, he has so many of Chris's mannerisms. But he is just so naturally funny. Like, in the moment, he just comes up with these hilarious things. We did a Q&A in our first theatrical screenings in Oregon a couple months ago, and he is just, we're going to release the kind of the Q&A afterwards soon. and he's just so naturally funny. Everything he says just so fast, and that's how he was on set. You know, he's just great. And he took the role. He had like a goofiness to him, but also super like charming at the same time, and just, you know, everybody's favorite principal, really. And
Sure.
yeah, I
can see how he got such a hot wife.
Yeah. She was my favorite character in that movie, and I like.
You know, a lot of people have said that. Yeah, a lot of people loved Betsy. Betsy's fantastic. She really is. Yeah.
If you ever do a sequel to this movie, well. I want it to be that same night, but following her, because I'm like, it's one of those things you see, like, this is interesting here. I want to follow this for a little while, because like she just shows up, you know, and she's driving an Uber, and then she's teaching dance class, and then she's robbing a convenience store, and you're like, what is this person's life? I want this. I want this story.
Yeah, you never like, broke the fourth wall, but you sure as fuck tapped on it a little bit with her.
Yeah. I came close.
Yeah, right.
She was just. I just thought I just loved the idea of her like being just everywhere and just popping in and out, you know, and it almost like Adam, when you were talking about it just now, it made me think of like Neil Patrick Harris in Harold and Kumar, when he just out of nowhere he's just speeding down the road, you know, and she you know, she's teaching the stripping lessons. She's just randomly picking them up in the Uber. Because I think when I was writing the script, I was like, you know, these like why put a random Uber driver in the script for no reason? Why not just make it something really random, like Darcy's riding, you know, Darcy's picking him up, and then I just, you know, went from there. Like, and I always had her teaching the girls, you know, the pole dancing lesson. I always had her robbing the convenience store, and then I was like, this would be just great if she's just randomly driving the Uber for you know, for what reason we don't know, other than she wants to like go to Antigua.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you put a random actor in there, and you have maybe 2 lines of dialogue that are just like, it's like, okay, how are you?
Yeah, right. What's even the point in having them in the car then, right? It's just like they're going from point A to point B. But
I took a lot of improv, and that's always the thing is friendly, happy people who know and like each other. So you just try to put a scene with people who already know each other. You've got so much built backstory, even if the scene is nothing more than an Uber ride.
Yep, exactly. And then I think ultimately, kind of they you know, they build a bond, you know, and then there's the kind of the payoff with at the end with her and Gemma when Carson's about to introduce them to each other. You know, they hug, and I think. And the thing about you know, Betsy was the scene when Carson and her are like, when he's going through the closet for the tie, we had so many different options for those lines, and just Andrew, who played Carson, he just improv'd you don't want these arms, they're spaghetti noodles, and I loved that. And then we did another take. I was like, okay, Bets, why don't we go with I've done more with less, and you just walk off. And you know, she just walks away, and then the next time we see her, she's in the bathtub. You know, so those were really funny scenes to shoot for sure.
Was it hard writing? I assume we've been talking. You're about our age. Was it hard writing a teen comedy?
You know, it wasn't, because I think that these characters are fairly universal. You know, I don't think there's anything necessarily different about them than, say, the characters in Varsity Blues or you know, or Can't Hardly Wait. I think the vernacular, I made a point to study, you know, as much as I possibly could in terms of how kids talk. I have young nephews and a niece, so
the old cheat code.
I hear it a lot. But I think, you know, I think that setting it in high school wasn't a challenge in order to make them feel high school, because I kind of just went with what I would think high school would be like today, and I don't think it's all that much different than when we went. I think it's just there's different circumstances, of course, like we're talking about with the shooting, and all that kind of stuff. But I think that for the most part, these characters are pretty relatable, and I think that there's, as long as they feel like they're really good friends, that was the most important thing. and not feel like 7 or 8 or 9 actors who are playing parts. These I think more than anything, I think the Shady Ladies feel like they've been best friends forever.
Yeah, the chemistry between them was obvious.
It's kind of wild. Like from the first day on set, they've just like were finishing each other's sentences, and it was great. So I think their bond in particular had to feel like they were best friends for a long time. I think Commonwealth Court, I always compare the two teams because like they feel like they were the last 4 picked in the scavenger hunt. They just look so funny together.
Yeah. That grouping was odd because she's the valedictorian, the one dude is the football star.
Right. Yeah. But they work well, right? And when you're bouncing back and forth between the two teams, it's funny because the Shady Ladies are just like so in sync with each other, and the Commonwealth Court, they can't get any answers right. They never like they never get any clues right. They're just but I think ultimately all of them realized this night was about anything other than winning a bunch of money, which is what it started out as.
How did you get the idea for it to kind of take place around the scavenger hunt?
Yeah, I just kind of always thought it would be a really cool idea to set a movie around it, and I figured like if I was going to go the route of one day right before high school ends, I thought that like a scavenger hunt would be a really cool mechanism to tell the story through because you're racing against the clock all night, right? And if this movie is going to take place over a finite amount of time, you can kind of really feel like they're racing against the clock, but also really against the symbolism of it all is they're racing against their youth, right? Because the next day everything changes. And I just thought it would be a really fun way to tell the story, but also I thought that like we've seen scavenger hunts in movies, but I don't think we've had them in the digital social media age. So I thought it'd be cool.
You definitely used putting the stuff on Facebook and even your segues between scenes, even your cuts that utilized, social media. Yeah. And I mean, what a stroke of genius it was having the person who leads the scavenger hunt always just pop in with your Deus Ex Machina every now and again and be like, by the way, here's a random clue of something.
Right. Here's the narrator.
Yeah,
right.
So I mean, it really was. It was a narrator. It was almost Shakespearean in the fact that you have one person to the side who is bringing the audience in a little bit more.
Right.
And then you see the play that's happening.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, I think it was. I kind of thought like so much of what younger kids do and what really everyone does now is so immediate, right? And it's so present that we use social media for everything like right in the moment. So I thought it'd be a really cool way to kind of tell the story and use the scavenger hunt by having sort of this almost like the school mascot. Lauren kind of called herself the school mascot who plays Tatum.
Sure.
She did a wonderful job.
In the same way that Usher was the DJ in, what is it fucking, God dang it. We just said Matthew Lillard. She's all that.
She's all that. Yeah.
Where somehow everybody knows how to dance in that high school.
Which they did that joke in, which is one of the funniest movies ever made.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe one of the funniest movies ever made. I still like every time that slow clap scene at the end when he's about to, I laugh so hard. And the girl who's playing the like version of Sarah Michelle Gellar and
she's so funny. To take a shit on my chest.
And it's just
it's such a great movie. It is a great movie.
It is so, and it's so funny. It's so well done. They hit every single movie like spot on. Even the main guy, one of the main characters, who's like such a funny version of Oz from American Pie. Like he's. It was just so good. Like, and then when the girl walks in, they're like, "Hold on, you have to be quiet for a minute while the wind blows."
For Amanda Becker, when she walks into the room, we all have to be very slow.
But also they hit it so perfect because in She's All That, Rachel Lee Cook is really cute. It's like And then they're like,
she's got paint all over her overalls.
Yeah.
With a ponytail.
Yeah. She has glasses and a ponytail, like it was even that, because everyone watches that movie. Like, what's the big deal about him going out with her? It's not, that's not a punishment. He's going out with a really good looking girl.
Sucker Brother joke a minute movies.
Yeah.
They can be done really, really well, like in this case, and then you have like Meet the Spartans. So it's nice to have the Meet the Spartans, because you know that exists not another teen movie and scary movie, and the greats, Blazing Saddles, Airplane.
Yeah. It's I think it's hard. I don't know if they're just churning out those parody movies now, and they just don't care, and they're like, whatever, people saw those movies, maybe they'll think a couple of these jokes will land, and most of them don't. So
Gregory, did you see the new Scary Movie?
I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
Yeah,
it's good. Oh, okay,
you'll laugh.
Yeah, okay.
You'll laugh. You're of our generation. You know the style.
I also heard that they we're going as un-PC as possible. We don't, I heard that which is so funny, because I'm sure they went way over the top, and it's probably absolutely great. So
There's
funny.
There's gotta be. I mean, you know what? If we don't push the fucking envelope, how are we gonna know where the corners of the envelope are?
That's
a
really good. That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad, because it's unfortunate, because so much comedy is being shied away from because people are afraid to offend people. And that's too bad.
Yeah. Which it brings me to you were talking about the shady ladies and their chemistry. Yeah. I thought one of the most interesting things was they fuck with each other, they give each other grief, but there was always a little bit of, you're my friend. Like, I can give you this shit. Right. I can go over the line with you, but that's because you're my friend. And if anyone else comes into this circle of giving you shit, I'll rip them up. Like, they felt friendly.
Yeah. And I think I think that's what I refer to in terms of like universal sort of kind of characters, right? I think that's what we all do with our really good friends. We make fun of each other all the time, right? But that doesn't mean we don't, love each other. And if someone else messes with us, like the first one to stand up is going to be your best friend, right?
Sure.
And I think that's what they encapsulate for sure. And
friendships are mirrors. They let us know who we really are, which is great. Because if you just have some sycophantic bastard out there, agreeing, yes-anding with everything you say, then fuck.
Right.
Never going to mature, never going to grow and change and take that next step.
Yeah, and I think there's points where they challenge each other too. The stuff that Lily says to Gemma on the boat, it's really kind of rough what she says, but at the same time, when you're that close of friends, you can put your friends in their place when they need to hear it, right? Like
that ferry ride was a real tone shift in the movie. I thought I'm not talking Joseph Campbell here, but it was you crossed the threshold.
Yeah. I think that as the movie went on, we got more and more serious. And then I think that the big scene discussion about Freddie is the real, that's the real big tone shift, right? From there, I think that there's more comedy throughout the rest of it. But, once we hit that point, the other threads kind of all made sense. Like that's like in that moment, Joyce is looking at the pictures of Freddie, and the whole point of Lily, saying that is like, you're totally forgetting about what happened here. Like you're bitching about him not being able to see you every day in college.
Yeah. Right.
Like, when there's a much bigger issue at hand here, which Joyce is sitting right in front of you, and she's looking at the pictures of Freddie, So, I think that in order to say something pretty harsh that she says, it goes back to what you said about how good of friends they are. Because if a stranger had said that, or someone who wasn't that good of friends with her, it would have been a whole different reaction, right?
Yeah, very much so. And one of my favorite, you said Joyce, one of my favorite lines, and I don't know why I fucking just cackled, was when she's talking to the ball player, and she's like, "Yeah, my name is Joy, because I'm Joy."
Yeah,
it was good. Awkward.
Yeah. I loved that, like writing that line, and but yeah, thank you. That's one that I surprisingly haven't heard a ton about, like, as a standout comedy. I'm glad you enjoyed it, because
That was
I love a good ellipses in the middle of the word.
I loved that line. Yeah.
I love a good I've been working with something with my buddy about how, we do quotation marks when you're kind of being sarcastic about something. I think we need a hand gesture for an ellipses. So just like, oh yeah, Gregory said he's coming, but you know how Gregory is. He's coming. There you go. The same fucking you just automatically did it. It's the same fucking thing we were talking. This is gonna get off. This is gonna take off.
Yeah. We're putting this out there, and it's gonna become a thing now.
I love massive. Trace it back to the Spit Takers podcast. Mm-hmm. So make sure we all get the money on this. This will fund your new film and my drug problem.
Perfect. Okay, I got to ask you, do people ever say you look like Kenny Powers?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I've definitely gotten that, especially when I drank a whole lot more, my face would be flush and I was a lot heavier.
Okay.
I would get him a lot, which was great when that show came out.
When the show was out, yeah.
I pointed out a couple of times, depending on what his mustache and his hair looks like that day, he looks like different people. One day I said he looked like Kyle Chandler.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Okay,
I could see that when you told me that. That really took me through the week.
I was like, you look like Kyle Chandler today.
Yeah,
I was like,
I can see that. Sure.
I'm so plain looking that all you need is just like one or two accents on me. I'm fucking Mr. Potato Head. If you put a mustache on me, like, Alex with the mustache.
I also see a little Pedro Pascal. Has anyone ever said that one before?
You better cut this out.
A little Steve Lemmy too.
Yeah.
I see a little Steve Lemmy.
I'll take that. Is there not another Super Troopers coming out? I thought I saw
there is that coming out this summer. Yeah.
What do we think?
I'm excited for it.
You could definitely pull that off. Yeah.
Did you see the second one?
Thought the second one was better than the first one.
Bold.
I laughed my ass off at the second one.
Bold statement. Yeah. The first one was one of those that we in college, word
everyone
for word.
Loved. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone loved it. I just loved this. I loved the second one. Thought it was
the first one was a movie that was so criminally under-marketed, because I had no interest in going to see that movie, and my friends were like years later were telling me like, oh, you got to watch this movie. And I'm like, oh, it looked kind of stupid. And they were like, no, it's really funny. And I sat down and I watched it. I'm like, this is the funniest movie ever. This is one of those movies that was just so terribly marketed.
Yeah,
it just never made it.
It was
my radar anyways.
It was a small independent film. It was essentially almost like Clerks. It had
very much so. I mean, without Brian Cox, was there a name in that movie?
No. I mean, I think, those guys were all the main characters. Was there was there a female character who was famous or is she famous now?
Maybe after the fact.
Yeah. The chief at the rival police station. He was a fairly big. I can't remember his name.
Not the guy who was the cop in Killer Clowns. For some reason, that's what I was thinking.
No, I'm trying to think of his name, and like I can picture him in different movies. I'm just like I can't think of what his name is right now.
We own computers. We live in the digital age.
That's right. Part of our job is Google here.
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah, but did you ever watch their show Tacoma FD?
I don't think so. Tacoma FD.
Very good.
No.
It was worth
Is it good?
Good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll check it out.
I don't know if I would call it a sitcom.
Those guys are great.
It's right there. Oh, dude, fucking Club Dread. Broken Lizard's good at what they do.
Yeah, they're
a good
great.
sketch comedy group that made it. Make the jump.
Yep. Tacoma was really good because it's that same goofy humor, but all within a firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny, and the wild things that they get into. I think they're on season 5 right now, where they just finished it.
What was the film they did? Adam Duritz from Counting Crows has like a bunch of people living in his house.
I don't know, but I love Counting Crows.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, one of my favorite bands.
August and Everything After. If I ever need just like a good remember the 90s cry.
About as perfect of an album as you could get. And they're on the MTV Unplugged was.
Oh, fuck yeah. We were just talking about Unplugged the other day, and that we'd like to see some current people do Unplugged, like real Unplugged.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We should push for that too. Let me look up.
You got a better ear into Hollywood than we do, so we need you to push this shit.
What was the other? I'm gonna find it real quick.
Club Beer Fest was great.
Yeah. It was called. I'm looking up Jay. I'm on Jay's page.
Yeah, Jay is he directs a lot of stuff.
Every time I
see what was it?
He does a lot. He directs a lot of TV.
Oh, a lot of TV. I thought you had
yes. Yeah, I'll see his name just pop up, and I'll just crack up. Like, I'll see his name pop up, and I'll be, this is going to be a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Freeloaders. That was it.
Freeloaders. So like the whole movie's about like crashing out and having a long December.
A group of that's pretty good. A group of slackers who are living for free in a rock star's mansion. That's Adam Duritz. Find their sweet lives threatened when the musician decides to sell his pad.
Okay.
Oh, Josh Lawson's in this. He's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, I'll try that out.
He's have you seen St. Dennis Medical yet?
Yes.
That one's pretty funny. He's in there. He's the surgeon, and he is so funny in that.
Oh yeah, I didn't even, that's him, the main dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was him. Oh, he is so funny in that.
He's so funny in it. And he stole the show in the Mortal Kombat movies as Kano.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, he did good in that. But yeah,
he's funny.
I like him.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I didn't realize
I saw the new Mortal Kombat.
How was it?
Did you guys see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. It was good.
Good? Yeah.
Cool. They're really riding the trend right now of just giving you exactly what you want. Right. Movies like that. Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not trying to reinvent the characters. They're not trying to do anything too different. It's like, hey, you grew up on this shit. Here you go.
Good.
This is it with better effects and some faces,
I thought Mortal Kombat 2 was it was everything you really wanted to see. They weren't trying to win an award. They were like, here's some tournament fighting going on and a little bit of story for you. You're not there for the story. You're not.
It's a goddamn popcorn movie.
Yeah.
That's what movies are supposed to be. I mean, there's shit that I want to watch and like, give me my dinner with Andre and I'll think about shit. But sometimes just give me fucking Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I was watching Godzilla vs. Kong, when it first came out alongside with some friends, and somebody asked me, they're like, well, I don't get it. Like, I didn't see the other ones. Like, what's the story here? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Yes, you're fine.
It's not a part of this. Like, it's there it's filler. That's filler.
Yeah, the human characters are really ancillary here.
Yeah.
They're basically NPCs.
Yeah. It's like, I'm okay with that. I'm going to enjoy your movie more because of that. Like, don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me with story.
So that's great. That's Gregory, you said you're going to the Pacific Northwest to promote this movie right now. Are you on like a big tour and doing a bunch of podcasts like us? And
so I've been doing a bunch of podcasts. I got a couple lined up with John Farley, a couple with Gary Pastor also. So, cool. And then I've been doing a lot just me like this, which is great. I love doing this. With them is great too. Yeah, just any chance we get to promote it is great. We've got our studio's really great in terms of marketing and everything, but and they've been great, really collaborative. And on top of that, we've been trying to do as much grassroots on our end as we can. We have a huge internship program that we're giving class credits to college kids to help market the film. Yeah, it's been really great. We did it on the film too. Oh, they're having a blast. Yeah, they really love it.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get the kids talking about something, that is the best form of advertising.
Yeah, they help on the social media big time. We have a huge group right now. We have there's about 40 interns working with us, all across the country. But I think as far as the Oregon screenings, that was our first 2 in theaters. But given the kind of success of the digital and release, and then obviously the festivals that we've done very well in, we're getting a kind of a limited theatrical release now. And
wow.
Yeah, I'm incredibly proud of that, for being a smaller indie, and thank you. We're going to be in right outside Boston in Waltham, Mass on August 21st and 22nd. I'm going to go and be there for a Q&A afterwards. And then another one that I'm extremely proud of is the Alex Theater in LA, which is very historic. They reopened for films at the beginning of the year. They've been closed for film for about 35 years now, and they opened just to screen The Odyssey, and they put a 70 millimeter projector in. It's a 1,300 seat theater. It's just one screen. They're only screening The Odyssey for about a month and a half, and then on September 10th, they're screening our movie.
So you're going from Odyssey to Moments of Youth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's fantastic. Keep it in 70 mil. I'd like to see certain scenes in 70
Yeah,
millimeter.
you know, like the Ferris scene would look beautiful in 70 millimeter.
Yeah,
I hope, you know, if we can do it, sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm very proud of that. I'm trying to go. It just depends on my schedule. But if not, I'm going to do a virtual Q&A with the cast and some of the creative team. But yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah.
Good. Where'd you cast out of?
Yeah, so we shot the film mostly in we cast mostly virtual because of COVID. We were shooting the film, the bulk of it in the fall of 2021, right after everything opened up, right? So we were casting well before that. So everything was kind of virtual. Everyone would send in their kind of audition tapes based on the scenes that we wanted them to read. And we would watch. I mean, we got for the younger kid roles, several thousand per character. I think Gemma was the most. I think Gemma was the most popular submission.
Sure.
I think we had 3,500 reading for Gemma.
That's a fantastic role for a young actress.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say actress or are they actors? Is everybody an actor now? I don't know what the thing is.
You can say, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
They change
There's nothing derogatory about it. I just don't know.
No.
I feel like I heard somebody correct me recently, like, "Oh, we're all actors." I'm like, oh,
yeah,
sorry.
I mean, it's whatever the particular actor or actress wants to be called.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But you're not wrong to call a female actress an actress.
Okay.
By any mean.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah. And if they prefer to go by, you know, if a woman prefers to go by actor, that's perfectly right too.
Yeah, I mean, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point, is that you can be anything, be anyone.
Yeah. Stage pronouns.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that Gemma role was a great one.
Thank you. Yeah. And she brought kind of a simultaneous, almost like old soul feel while also kind of feeling very innocent. That's what I loved about Olivia's read when she read. But yeah, there was I think 3,500 Gemmas that submitted. And so we got a whole ton of submissions for each character. Some read for more than one role. Kristen Grace Gonzalez, who plays Joyce, actually read for Brianna and Gemma, and I knew she wasn't right for either of them, but I saw she was so talented. I was like, something about these reads tell me she's perfect for Joyce, and then she read for it and just was perfect, you know? So they sent in audition tapes, and then I kind of narrowed it down to my final 3 to 5 for each role, and we had a call back in Manhattan and did it one day, and that's where I kind of finalized the cast.
Nice.
The named actors like John and Sherry and Betsy, Gary, Peyton, who plays Crystal, who I love every scene she's in. She's not in a ton. All of them were friends / worked with some of our other producers, and they suggested them to me, and we sent them the script. They loved it and came on board. Lauren Francesca, who plays Tatum, is a friend of mine. She's a very well-known influencer. She's got a huge following online, which was why this was like so perfect for her to play kind of
that's the role.
And Sarah Herman, who plays Debbie Dunn, she was also cast directly, and she plays the security guard Debbie, who's with Principal Crunch all the time, who's also fantastic, you know. So yeah, the two of them were cast direct, you know, without you know, separate from the audition process, and then the direct relationships with John and Sherry and Betsy, Gary, and Peyton.
You mentioned earlier that you're a sports fan. As a director,
big time, huge time.
Yeah, I mean, I got no issues with any of your teams as long as they don't defeat my teams.
Okay.
We can, Adam, you can take a second while we yell at each other about whether or not Odell Beckham actually caught that ridiculous ball.
Sure.
Not getting into it. I'm not going to get into it right now.
I mean, I'd have to watch it again, but a lot of what I've seen, it does look like he doesn't have both feet in, so I can see why you would argue that, sure.
I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm nothing but whoa all the time with a brave face. But being a sports fan and a director, do you kind of see compiling your cast as like building a team? And
yeah, that's, I've never thought about it like that, but yeah, for sure.
You mentioned that the one actor wasn't correct for the one role she went out for, but she would fit. So I mean, that's your utility player right there. There
you go.
That's your sixth man that comes off the bench. You can just put it anywhere.
Right. And I think this is an incredibly talented cast. And I think, the most important, or it is very important to have a talented team, but I think also your team needs to have chemistry, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that casting is, you need everybody to be very talented, but you also need the right chemistry. So I would say in that regard, it's very similar, and I think, never really thought about it like that, but that's a really good analogy.
Coach for the rest of this time?
I guess, would it be coach, or would I be the quarterback, or would I be the
you can be GM if you want to? We can all be the
GM. Yeah, I think
GM. Yeah. That's,
we'll
get you in the Costner role from Draft Day.
Mm-hmm.
That tracks. I mean, nobody to his birthday party. I recently rewatched that movie because my buddies and I do a football podcast, and we were talking about like football movies. Yeah. Actually, we talked about it on this one a couple episodes ago, and there's so many just like, wait, what? In that movie, like, wait, Jennifer Garner's character is a capologist? Doesn't that just mean like she knows math?
The thing that I think was pretty cool that they did was the star number one I think he was the number one pick, or whatever he was played by Arian Foster.
Yeah.
Who was undrafted. So I thought that was a pretty, I don't know if that was, I assume it was intentional by somebody.
Fantasy football legend.
Yeah. Oh my God.
For a very brief period of time, he won a lot of people, a lot of leagues.
When he came in, like that first year,
mm-hmm.
if you picked him up off the waivers, you pretty much won your league. And then he was the unanimous number one pick for a good 3 years. I mean, he was awesome. He was awesome.
Oh yeah, because you got people looking at Andre Johnson. That offensive line had actually gotten good by that point.
Yeah.
I mean, or was that even
Schaub could sling it?
Fucking Matty Schaub.
Yeah,
love me some Matt Schaub. He's somebody I'd like to see. With Romo stepping away from CBS for his own reasons. You're all right, Tony. I love you. We could get Matt Schaub in there. Give me a couple more backups.
Have they not filled in the position yet?
No, they're definitely trying to just get out of his contract.
Is it not going to be like whoever the B squad guy, color commentator was?
Well, I'm sure they're going to bring up JJ Watt because he did great.
Is JJ Watt is he the B team?
It might be JJ, or it might be they're going to try to like pull.
They might go with like a really recently retired. Well, hold on a second, because Russell Wilson, I know, just signed a deal. Who did he sign his deal with?
That sounds like Fox to me. I don't know for sure, but I can see Russell Wilson on Fox.
Yeah, because he was an NFC guy pretty much.
Yeah, Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah. Mr. What? Unlimited?
He did a thing where he was like, "Oh no, I'm not Russell Wilson anymore. I'm Mr. Unlimited."
Oh, I haven't heard that one. Okay.
I do love me some Russell Wilson. He
was
sitting on your bench.
Yeah, he was awesome for a good decade.
Do you still have Jamarcus Russell on your bench?
Jamarcus Russell. You mean Jameis Winston?
No, yes.
Yeah, he's still there. Yep.
Yeah. Massive dude.
Yeah, he's huge. Was he 6'5", like 260?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Just a beast at quarterback and such a fun player. Like I would root for him on my team.
Yeah. He's just his like pregame speeches are priceless.
Mm-hmm.
Like his hyping everybody up. Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Oh yeah. You're gonna have a good season. Scatterboo, as long as he doesn't break his neck, is going to be a damn.
I think we got a lot to build on. Neighbors coming back. It's so fun to watch him. He's great. But like I was telling you beforehand, I think the defense has been really good for years now, and I think the offense really has some talent on it now.
Yeah,
and we got our guy,
all first rounders.
Yeah. Yep. And Burns was a great trade.
Oh, God. You're just so rich in edge players, right?
Yeah, now. I know. Yeah, we were so our line was so stacked. We had to trade Dexter away. Like there was none that was just
which
so
is a
loaded.
shame because that dude is
he's awesome.
Mountain.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I think if anything is going to give Cincinnati a chance right now in AFC North, it's going to be having him just plug up the holes in the middle.
Absolutely. Well, you got, my opinion, the best quarterback on the league in that team.
Yep,
and you got two unbelievable receivers, and now hopefully he's kind of the glue of that defensive line, and they can stop the run and do some stuff on defense. And
sure. I mean, they were like the Cowboys last year. Amazing offense. You could do whatever you want on offense, and then just get your oxygen quick because you're coming right back out because the defense is going to give something up.
Yeah. Dak puts up 45 points every game, no matter what.
As long as he's healthy.
So good.
My sweet number 4. Just stay healthy.
Man, when I watched that, I was watching live that game when he got hurt I felt so bad.
It's a dark time in my life.
But he came back. He wouldn't come back player of the year. He should have.
He should have. No, I think.
Was it the year Burrow won?
I think that might have been Joey B's year.
The first time Burrow won twice now.
Yeah, he's damn good. He's one of the best quarterbacks that I've seen in our generation. Pure talent, gets out there and gets it done.
Yep. Yeah, he's great. So he's reliable. He's fun to watch, Dak. It's fun. That offense is fun to watch.
I'm so sorry, Adam.
No, you're fine.
We're going to sit here and fucking talk sports.
I got a happy place. That's fine.
Are you not a sports guy, Adam?
Not really. I mean, I get into it. I go through periods of it, right? But it's only when my teams are really doing well. The 1990s Bulls, the 2008 to 2016 Blackhawks.
Oh my God! What a team, man!
Yeah, that was an era of hockey.
Oh my God, they were awesome. 3 and 4 years, or 3 and 5 years?
5 years, yeah.
Oh my God, they were
10, 12, 13, and 15.
Taves, what a captain!
Taves was great. Kane
was awesome. Duncan Keith. I mean, you guys were just so low. I mean, they were loaded. That was just a pure dynasty.
You have a fantastic knowledge for sports.
Soon as Hossa,
your fucking head, you came up with that.
I tell you what, soon as Hossa came on the team, that was like, okay, this is a championship team now. Yeah. And I think it was
you brought a winning pedigree and a veteran who's been there. I mean, it was a great addition.
I want to say it was like his first game with them or something. I want to say it was his first game. If not, it was one of his earlier ones. Like, catches the puck midair, drops it, hits it before it touches the ice, and scores a goal. And it was like one of the greatest highlights of hocky of all time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. God, that team was great.
Man, they were. I remember when they won, because it had been 64 years since they had won the Stanley Cup, and they finally won. And I mean, everybody in town. Where was I? I was in Aurora at the time, but like, we were out, all the bars were packed. Everybody was just going nuts. And then in 2016, whenever it was, when they won, I was working downtown, and they had the parade coming through, and I told my boss, I'm like, hey, can I just like go out to this for like an hour? They're like, yeah. So I got to go out to the parade, and it went like right by my office. It was cool.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I mean, you only get so many cracks at that, like, I didn't, and I remember hearing it had been that long since they won, which I was shocked at, because I remember playing was it 92 NHL when the first hockey game was like, for Sega, and I remember like,
he'll make him bleed. I'll make him bleed.
Yeah. The Blackhawks were awesome in that game. Remember Chelios? That team was so stacked. Did they go to the Cup and lose? They had to have. At some point,
that year the Avalanche beat them. I grew up in Texas, so like my hockey has all been here.
Stars. Okay.
With your like sports knowledge, have you thought about doing a sports movie? I mean, fuck, that seems like right up your alley.
My next film is actually going to be a hockey film.
Shut the front door.
Okay. Well, I'll be there.
I want to ask questions, but instead I'll just say, what is your favorite hockey movie?
Favorite hockey movie? I mean, it's one of my favorite films, period. Is Miracle. I just think it's fantastic.
Yes.
Not what I was about to give you. I'll still give you a clap.
I got one other. I mean, as far as that's just classic. But I was going to say my second one would probably be Mystery Alaska.
That's a fucking great movie.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie in forever. I forgot it existed. It was
so
good though.
Cast.
Yeah.
God, that's a good one.
It's brilliantly done. I love that movie.
Did you ever watch Goon?
Goon's a good movie.
Oh my God.
Such a great movie.
So funny.
It's a hell of a role of Liev Schreiber too.
Yeah. He was great in that movie. So funny. So it's the next movie is going to be called Final Score. It's about a star hockey player who has a full ride to Boston College. He gets hurt in his last game, and he gets to college didn't really tell anybody, but he was always secretly a really great musician. A teacher hears him playing the piano and convinces him to change his major to music. So the movie's kind of his transformation from athlete to musician.
Interesting.
Wow.
The final score.
That sounds cool.
That sounds really cool.
I get it. Score.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it.
Two words meaning the same thing.
But get it. Very nice.
That's awesome. That's kind of like what's the fucking one where dude does ice skating, the hockey, the fucking
figure skating.
Yeah, but he's figure skating.
Yeah, and then he
so 80s too.
Toe pick or not toe pick.
That's gonna bother the crap out of me.
It's something like that.
Glory.
Blades of Glory.
It's something like, it's not toe pick. It's something like that.
Yeah.
Like
Cutting edge.
Yep,
Fucking cutting edge. It's like DB Sweeney's in there. Yep.
There you
Moira
go.
Kelly. Great.
Yeah, so that's going to be the next film.
Okay.
And really looking forward to starting production on it, actually.
Nice. Are you going to do original music?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And a soundtrack, music, as you could tell in Moments of Youth, I very, very important to me as far as telling a story, but also keeping the kind of the heartbeat of the film.
The banter between them about different artists, I thought was very interesting. The whole Gwen Stefani thing, and it felt, because I mean that's what you do when you sit around with your friends,
right?
Bullshit about fucking music.
Yeah, and like the Tim Burton riddle they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was. I wanted to make the riddles and kind of the clues and everything things that everybody could kind of play along with.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried not to do anything that was like too complex that like required really difficult math or like history knowledge or whatever. It's things that like kids would more be interested in who are, finishing school as opposed to like having to study for this scavenger hunt component,
Yeah.
So I thought that like setting them in like pop culture would be a lot of fun. And I thought like on top of that, it would almost feel like an audience participation movie where you're kind of playing along with the cast and trying to figure stuff out along the way. And you said something about the narrator with Lauren, which is really spot on, but I wanted to double back on that for a second because we're talking about the sports and it made me think of that with Lincoln, I kind of made Lincoln almost like the narrator in a way because he wasn't at the school the last several years. So there's a lot of things he's not really privy to. So the other characters are kind of telling him stories. Mm-hmm. And ultimately that's how the information is kind of getting revealed to the audience.
Sure.
So that was kind of my intention as opposed. I kicked around the idea of, having it narrated, which I love. I love narrated movies. I think Forrest Gump probably, that's what, and Shawshank, I think in particular.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you can throw Morgan Freeman's voice in there, that's a win.
100%. 100%. But it brings like a whole different kind of dimension to the film and like a familiarity that you get like with that narrator, right? You kind of feel like this sort of kinship. So I do really like films that are narrated and that, but this, because I felt like there was already so much going on, I thought it would be pretty cool if like one of the characters really didn't know all the stuff that was happening, so he didn't know Freddie.
Yeah.
He didn't know like what it was like for them during COVID. He didn't know a lot of these things. And in turn, we're able to tell those stories so they don't just feel like, oh, remember that time X, Y, and Z, and just like to give them, because I knew I wanted to do that at the beach because I figured like when this is all like going to be changing tomorrow, I figured that would be kind of when you start reminiscing, and before you, and then I opted for no real big speech about it being over. I went with the music, which I thought kind of said everything. We just had everyone's reactions, and you kind of know what they're thinking. It's kind of written all over their faces, and a couple of people start crying, and the music really can do so many things in that regard to elicit emotion without any dialogue being said. And I think that my I have a lot of favorite scenes, but I really love the beach because I love the score that's playing before the song starts playing. It has this John Baxter, who did our composition. I thought he did a beautiful job, like, because there was a lot of different textures in this movie. You got humor, you got action, you got emotion, you got nostalgia, you got charm, and that scene we held off for that exact kind of piece to be playing during the beach and graduation. I think it says everything that those scenes should kind of say.
Yeah, it was wistful. It made you kind of mourn for the lost youth, but also be hopeful for the possibility of going forward, which is that time in everyone's life anyway.
Yeah. Yep. Spot on.
As you leave the high school cocoon, you get to move on, but you still miss the fucking cocoon a little bit, like, and who you were there with.
Absolutely. 100%.
I love a good ending around a campfire too.
Oh, do you?
Hell yeah.
There's just something about, like, the fire, everybody's sitting around it, everybody's cozy, and it's like it's telling you, like, we're wrapping this up now. Like, we're gonna give our final thoughts and then we're gonna be out of here. Like, there's just something about it that just kind of gives you that feeling.
And I'll tell you guys this story. The script originally, Lily was supposed to play Forever Young.
Which one?
It was going to be the Rod Stewart version. However, little known fact is that Rod Stewart did not write Forever Young. Bob Dylan did. So in the script, the lyrics to the Rod Stewart version was in. I wrote them, and Bob Dylan, throughout his whole life, has personally granted or denied the right to use his songs in movies and shows, and oftentimes it's not necessarily like a big film, or it's just if he thinks it works for whatever the piece is. So I knew that, and I was like, okay, well, I hope and I think that he'll probably like this scene and like the film. Well, about a week before we were filming that scene, he sold his whole catalog to whoever it was. Yeah, so I got a call the day before, and I was told the price for that song was now,
more
astronomical.
Yeah. Oh God.
So that morning, I wrote the lyrics to the song ultimately that is in the movie that Lily sings. I sent them to Carolyn, who plays Lily. She memorized them that morning. We shot the Forever Young version just in case, we got the clearance for it. But I loved the way it came out. I loved the song, and I loved that it was an original instead of a classic song, which I love the song Forever Young. But I actually didn't even go down the road to see what it really would have cost, even though I had an idea. And we filmed it, and then we recorded the recording version months later when John Baxter, the composer, he wrote the music to the lyrics after she had already sung them.
Wait, so you Bernie Top into that thing? You just wrote out the lyrics and somebody else put the music to it? Fuck yeah, good for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Are you going to write all the music for the hockey movie?
One of the all-time greatest songwriters, by the way, Bernie Taupin.
You are.
Oh,
oh yeah, Taupin. Taupin's all right. Yeah. Sat on the roof, kicked off the moss. Yeah, he did great. Listen, you're better than Bernie Taupin.
Cool. Thanks.
Just accept it.
Thanks. I'll probably, because we'll have a pretty much bigger budget, I'll probably commission a famous musician songwriter to write the theme song as the main theme song. I'll probably do that, and then I'll probably write a couple also, and then the score will be composition that I will.
Sure.
I mean, with John Baxter, he did an interview the other day actually, and I was watching it. I was so specific on how I wanted these scenes to sound, and we went back and forth for months, and I love the way the score came out. So I'll have a blast doing it on final score, because that is a music film, really. Yeah, it's music's gonna carry.
Wait, did you fucking edit this thing too?
I sat next to Imran and edited.
How hard was that?
I never actually sit there and control the keyboard. Thank God. Yeah. Thank God that people love doing it, because I love sitting there and saying, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. But no, I did not actually physically do it.
Okay.
Imran Vasanwala and Jeffrey Quinn did the first cut, who I've worked with for years, editing my stuff. We've had a relationship as him working with us on many different projects for years. And then Imran came in and did, a new cut with me in person because we were out of the COVID issues. And Imran and I worked for probably 8 months, and he'll tell you, but I get every single frame exactly the way I want, literally frame by frame. Frame by frame by
Donald
frame.
Fagening this thing. You're fucking making sure everything's perfect.
Yeah.
It's never going to be perfect, Gregory. Sometimes the imperfections.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, terrible voice.
Yeah.
Fantastic songwriter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as good as you, but still good.
Yeah. Not as good as me. I do really like Bob Dylan's voice too. I know that he's not.
He's got soul.
Yeah, he does. But I think, sitting there kind of, and also all of the kind of graphics we picked too together, and he designed all those, Imran did. And I always saw it as a movie that would have like a lot of split screens and moving screens and things like that to go along, kind of harkening back to what you said about the sort of social media component. I kind of felt like it needed to be kinetic the whole way through, or it's just like constant motion. And then when the emotional scenes happen, we really slow it down, and we slow down the music, and we slow down the movement of the camera. We slow down the movement of the action, and really to kind of place the emphasis on those scenes.
Yeah, it did. It felt like you were scrolling, and then you caught on something and watched all of it for a little while, and then scrolling.
Another great analogy. Yeah.
I do
drugs when I watch your movies, so it gets me in the right place.
Not just while he watches your movies.
Yeah, that's true. I also mowed the lawn today, and I'm not doing that sober.
Yeah. So I did have a question though about the emotional scene where they're in the car and they're reminiscing about the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So like it seems like people were kind of being mixed and matched inside of the car.
Yeah.
Right. And I was just making sure I didn't imagine that, but I was like, it seems like everybody's being mixed and matched inside of the car, and that to a point where they were kind of almost all there.
Yep.
How I guess what gave you that idea to just kind of put everybody together, even though they're in separate cars at the time?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I was thinking kind of this was putting them all. I think that like what I was going for was kind of coming out of sort of reality in a way, in that it's not sort of like completely the way the rest of the movie is this is kind of stepping out of that for them to talk about it. And I got the idea when I was writing the script that I was like, well, if we're bouncing back and forth with the teams a lot, it'd be really, I think, visually kind of cool if we slowly piece them together into the car coming in and out. But at first it almost has like a kind of very like almost like a very gritty documentary type feel where they're giving their accounts and it's all the same, everyone's in the same seat. And then I was like, visually I think this would look really beautiful if like then after that they start getting put back into the car one by one each time someone talks. And Corey Green, who was the director of photography, who did a wonderful job, he got the idea to have that scene black and white, which I thought was brilliant. And then I got the idea when I was watching it in black and white in the edit suite. I was like, let's try bringing the color back in when Lily starts singing, and then the color comes back in. Then they kind of all say like, let's win this thing, basically for Freddie, right?
Life goes on.
Yeah.
You can't live in the past. You can't live in black and white,
Yep.
Fuck yeah. That's a good angle.
Thank you.
I like that. I didn't even actually notice that. But now that you say it, I'm thinking back to it. I'm like, yeah, that is what happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got kind of like a footage thing. Like this is just like almost like they're telling
right.
Not the cops, but like telling their story, and then the color brought it back to like, but whatever, like, because without any trauma you deal with, there's always like the, okay, and that happened, and it was terrible. Let's move on. We carry our scars with us, and they give us the character on our faces.
Right. And kind of, I was also going for, this is kind of like my intention was to make it feel as though this was the first time this group of friends actually talked about it as a group. That was the other thing I was going for, where they've never, all of them.
There.
Yeah. And all of them have never actually sat down and as a group of 8 talked about, or 7, because Lincoln's not there, talked about it as a group of friends.
Yeah. I mean, Lincoln's your audience. He's the audience member that's there. And thank you for making us, the audience, so tall and handsome. And we appreciate that. If there's going to be an audience surrogate out there, I would like them to look as good as humanly possible.
I really liked him and his fear of clowns.
Yeah, that was a great bit.
Yeah, he's trying to like intimidate the other guy or something. And he's just like, "Oh, there's a clown behind you," and he just freaks out.
It does a screech, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Yeah. And at the picnic table when he comes over and he just like jumps behind the girls.
Yeah.
But then then when he's talking about his recruiting profile, and then Spencer says there's a clown behind you, and he jumps and he screams like a
That's the part. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That was great.
Yeah.
I think he got such a great angle. And I mean, it's a horrible thing to say out loud of like, oh, school shooting, what a great angle. And it sounds terrible, but it is, maybe point of view is the better term for it.
Maybe powerful instead of great,
powerful. That's better. It's powerful because it is a third rail of conversation, school shootings, because immediately, like you said, you didn't want to get political. People will get political as soon as you start talking about it, even though it's really just about fucking murder. And like at the place where we are at our most vulnerable. And so nobody touches it. But you have to, because you have to fucking talk about it, about what's going on. So it's
and it helps give some like an immediate backstory to everybody, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Shared trauma, shared experience.
Yeah. I think it was a way, because there are a lot of characters, right? So if it's all sort of tied together through the scavenger hunt, 2 different teams, then also sort of this incredibly traumatic event that they all experience together. You see threads of how it affects each one of them. Carson's the most noticeable because he's got, visible PTSD, but they've all kind of dealt with it in a different way. Lily's writing a song the whole way through the movie. She dealt with it with the way that probably a musician would, which is she wrote about it. Right. Joyce comes across as someone who's like kind of like a big partier, and you learn that she was actually dating Freddie, which was one of a twist that I really enjoyed, that I don't think anybody really saw coming, until like the car scene on top of, everything else that we reveal. But I don't know that anybody really would have pieced together like why she's scrolling and looking at pictures of this guy. They might have had an idea, but then we reveal it, and when they're like laying in the bed together, then it's like, oh wow, she was with him. But I don't think based on how she is throughout the rest of the movie, you would really
you wouldn't have picked up on that.
Pick up on that, right? So, and we had a lot of discussions, each actor and I, about the fact that we might not spend a whole lot of screen time talking about how the shooting affected your character, but I want to make sure that you have all of the effects that it had on your character nuanced into your performance the whole way through. So if you watch it like a second time with that lens, you'll see how each of them, this is for everyone out there, not just you guys, but you'll see that it's threaded throughout. Carson's just the most noticeable because that's the way in which it affected him. It was his best friend. And also the fact that, he talks about the bullet grazing right by his ear and grazing him, and grazing his back. And, it's also the mechanism that we kind of place these sort of breadcrumbs, which, there's little he jumps right at the beginning when the poppers go off, and then the conversation with the principal on the park bench at the carnival. There's these little moments that, and he reacts at the carnival again during the game. So those were the tools that I used to kind of make people wonder, like, what is going on here, but there are subtleties throughout. Like I said, the song that Lily's writing is completely, you go back and listen to the lyrics, she's literally talking about that day in her song, right? So yeah,
I mean, they all have their own way of venting it out, and it's a spectrum. I mean, you've got the guy who's so very obviously still affected through it, to the people who you wouldn't even know if they were there, right? But they just are there. They were like, it was a nice move. It was subtle. It didn't have to hit you over the head with every single person has a trauma story to tell a camera.
And it did catch my curiosity, like when I first see it, because it's in the first 5-10 minutes that Carson hears the pops or whatever, and
opening scene.
Yeah,
it's
right. I was gonna say it was right there.
In there.
Yeah, and he was, you saw the pops and everything, and somebody like tells him it's okay, and I'm like, oh, because I didn't know if that was a part of this movie, and I was like, oh. I was like, I think I know where this is going. And then you see the next thing, you're like, okay. And then I was like, that did draw me in to the point where I was like, I need to know the story now. Like, what happened here?
Well, that opening montage is very much Dazed and Confused and every other amazing high school movie. But then you enter in the pops and the trauma, and you're like, oh, fuck this. Because this generation's got to deal with that. Every generation has its archetypes of high school characters. But this one's got a fucking dark underlying bit to it. And
remember the 90s?
They don't mention it.
Remember the 90s when we were just scared we wouldn't lose our virginity before we left high school? Times
or
have
the
changed.
big thing was Y2K. Remember that whole?
I'm still concerned about it. I think it has underlying effects. It's coming back. We'll get there. We're going to zero out at some point.
Something's going to happen. Y2K. I forgot. I always forget about Y2K, and people ask what happened. It's like somebody said it was the most expensive disaster that never happened.
That sounds about right. Or the what was it? The Fire Festival.
Yes.
Would that be the other most expensive?
That would probably be second.
Yeah. Or Woodstock '99.
Oh,
Woodstock.
God. Did you see the documentary about that?
That
was fucking nuts.
I had no idea that happened. And I watched the documentary. I was like, holy shit.
I already didn't like Fred Durst, but now I know why. I've got good reasons.
I couldn't believe that. They lit the whole thing. I was like, holy shit.
Fucking nuts, man. That's such an interesting dichotomy is the wrong word, but like the peace and love of Woodstock in '69, and then just
irony, right? Yeah,
god awfulness that is now. I mean, shit, they just wrecked downtown Chicago, Grant Park for Lollapalooza.
Oh yeah,
did they?
Dude, they just showed on the news like what the grounds look like afterwards because it rained.
Oh my god, really? Who headlined?
I'm 43 years old.
we don't go to Lolla.
I don't go to Lolla anymore. The best thing I've gotten out of Lolla recently was when I was randomly switching through it last year and I watched Bleachers. Those dudes fucking
fantastic
rock.
Band. Fantastic band.
When you could put two saxophonists in a band on stage at the same time.
So good.
And Jack Antonoff's fucking brilliant.
Oh my God. Probably the equivalent of Quincy Jones, with what he's done with Taylor Swift, all her last several albums. But Fun is a fantastic band too.
Fucking the format.
But I think I like Bleachers even better than Fun. And that Fun album is one of my favorite albums probably of the century. But Bleachers, and it's funny because I remember when I heard him the first time, I was like, they sound a lot like Bruce. And then I read that he's like completely influenced by
the amount of white t-shirts on that stage. Just so fucking Springsteenian.
Yeah, and then they did that song together, which was fantastic. Was Chinatown the title?
They did a song together?
Yeah, they did a song with Bruce.
Shut the fuck up. I'm writing that down.
I think it's called Chinatown.
I'm in a very big Bleachers mode right now.
You'll love this song. This song.
I got into it with Get Better when that just randomly popped onto my feed.
I'm telling you, they're an awesome band. Yeah.
And you just go down that rabbit hole. Well, we don't want to keep you all night or so, but we'll sit here and talk to you. But we normally do like a what you watching. You want to do that, Adam?
Sure.
BS with that and see how long we can keep Gregory here forever.
Yeah,
sure. What am I currently watching?
Yeah, what you watching, man?
I loved this show when season 1 was on a long time ago, and I didn't watch the second season right away, and I meant to. The Night Manager on Amazon. Fantastic show.
No, I don't know that. What is it?
I remember seeing things. I really wanted to watch that.
It's unbelievable.
First season,
second season's very good. First season's some of the best TV you'll ever see.
What's the pitch on it? What's it about?
So Tom Hiddleston, he plays a guy who works at a hotel, I believe in the first season, and he works also for MI6, and Hugh Laurie plays this sort of criminal, really like ruthless dude, and he works his way into the criminal enterprise. That's all.
That's two absolute fucking heavy hitters there.
Yes,
that's a couple of 5-tool players.
Yes. Oh yeah, and yeah, they got all 5 tools, both of them.
Oh wow,
it's a great show.
All right, interesting. I looked it up, and so it started in 2016. They had their first season.
The second season.
Yeah, it just came out in 2026. 10-year gap in there.
Yeah, they waited 10 years. Yeah.
Do they explain it, or like do they give you like this is why because the characters are going to age?
You kind of it kind of picks up. Doesn't pick up that long after. I don't think. But then maybe it might jump ahead. But
Hugh Laurie's looked like Hugh Laurie since it was him and Fry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he looks the same. They look pretty much the same. Tom Hiddleston might look a little older, but yeah, they look about the same. It's beautiful, tremendously written. I am waiting for, I believe, the second season of Daisy Jones and the Six on Amazon to come out. I don't know when it's coming out, but I thought it was soon. That's probably my favorite show. That's one of my
fucking soundtrack. They do a great job on that show.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one. What's that one?
So it's if you guys have picked up on, I love music, so it's a parallel story happening. The first parallel is from the 70s about what is technically a fictitious band, but when you watch it, it feels very much like Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, it's Fleetwood.
Okay,
everything about it.
It's the dynamic between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, two of the all-time greatest, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the band broke up shortly after their first album, which was a huge success, and you learn kind of why they did. But then it's also the parallel story is right now they're making a documentary about the band, like present day.
Okay.
And then the second season, I believe, is going to pick up with the bands now getting back together. Alex, is that what you took from it? Yeah.
That's what I was assuming it was going to go up to.
So I think that's where they're going to go with season 2, which would be awesome.
They left it on like a cool note to where if they didn't give you a second season, I'd be okay with it. Because
I didn't necessarily think they weren't going to. I thought they might not because of how perfectly it was done.
Yeah, it's fine. It was a sunset.
The twist with we can't say it in front of Adam, but
Adam, you'll like it. You like music, man. You'll dig it.
Yeah,
it's great fucking music.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Vinyl?
Vinyl,
anything season?
Fantastic. Anything Cameron Crowe does, I love. Probably almost famous. I don't even call it my second favorite. I call it 1A.
Yeah.
First favorite is Big Fish. Tim Burton.
I saw you fucking mention that in the movie, and I was like, "Oh my god, a Big Fish reference!"
I know.
That's one of my favorite Burton movies.
It is.
Is it?
So wonderful.
Cool. Easily, I lie every goddamn time I watch that movie.
I do too. Doesn't matter how many times I see it. Every time.
No, when he's running with his father in his hands.
Oh my god.
Man, Ewan McGregor kills it.
Oh, and just like, the whole movie, he's saying this isn't how it goes. And basically, the one story he never told him was he's got to carry on the art of storytelling, and that's how. And how brilliant, like, to come up with the idea that to show the visuals so like over the top, where the giant guy, all of that is just the way the little boy always interpreted these stories, like, and then the scene at the funeral when
fuck off. Jesus.
When they don't even no words are said, and you know what they're saying the whole time. I mean, I just
it's such a great scene. I mean, that's just such a great movie.
Gets the rep for being so whimsical, and all of his collabs with Elfman are great.
Yeah,
but I think his two best movies are Big Fish and Ed Wood.
Ed Wood is fantastic. Oh,
just absolute heart.
Yeah. So Big Fish is actually, I'll tell you guys this story, is actually more than just a film to me. So I played college baseball, and I got injured, tore my rotator cuff labrum. I found out I was going to be about a year and a half before I'd be able to play again, and essentially my career was over. Came home that night, and I turned on the TV. I was all sad and upset, and Big Fish was playing, and I hadn't seen it yet.
Oh wow!
And it just hit me all the way that we were just talking about. But imagine the first time seeing that on the day, like
dealing with shit, yeah.
And I just had this presence. I just felt like God was telling me everything was going to be fine, and this was what I was meant to be doing, making movies.
Wow. I don't know if there's religion, but coincidence sometimes rhymes really, really well.
Yeah. And it really was like, that's just how it just felt like, it was tapping up.
Movie.
Yeah. Just felt like a real, real, monumental moment in my life. It just felt like, just felt like God was telling me everything was going to be good.
Isn't that amazing the way that like sometimes you just watch a movie at the right time for it to actually hit you? Somebody's going to watch this movie. Somebody's going to watch Moments of Youth, and it's just going to fucking hit them at the right time when they need it. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're an artist, man. You create art, and you put it out into the world. And even if only one person ever fucking sees it, it matters. Because it wasn't there before you did.
Well, at least two have seen it here. So...
And it mattered to me.
I guess we'll call it 3. Because I'm sure you watched your own film.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it once or twice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's streaming everywhere. You got names up front that'll bring people in. And that's a damn good movie you made, man.
Thank you so much. I'm so it's funny you mentioned. I get very humbled every time I hear it. I appreciate every kind word anybody ever says about it, and I really thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really nice to hear.
We just had it was a very great movie, and we're very glad it was brought to our attention, and we got a chance to sit here and talk with you about it.
Yeah,
it was we love getting to hear that side of things, because we love watching movies, but we like to know the behind the scenes, how things happen. And oftentimes we get did you catch this? It's like, no, I did not. Now I have to go back and see it again.
Yeah.
So,
and it works out because we actually just interviewed Chris Nolan about the Odyssey. So then that's him and then you. You're just
perfect.
Just ironic.
That son of a bitch is just an opening act for you every time. I'm kidding,
next time if I'm not too busy next time, you can like put us both on together.
I've got questions for him because I saw Memento when I was the morning after I was blackout drunk, and that hit me at a very important time. Where's my tattoos? I swear to God, I've got them. Who's Sammy G?
Started looking. Still my favorite film of his, by the way.
Yeah, mine too.
It's a great one.
Yeah, Memento, Dark Knight.
Dark Knight's 2,
Inception.
Prestige is 3 for me.
Yeah. Prestige was so good.
Doesn't get the love it deserves.
Doesn't? No. So good though.
With such a cast.
Oh, what a cast! Yeah, I mean,
it was. And a mind fuck.
Just the fact that the two of them are the two guys.
Yeah. Jackman's brilliant. Fucking. I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna watch
as far as what
Prestige.
else I'm watching, I am about to start the new season of Lioness, which is one of my favorite shows.
I don't know that one.
Oh wow, really? Oh, okay,
I've heard of that one.
That you need to watch immediately. Yeah.
Lioness, what's it on?
Paramount Plus.
You picked the one I don't have.
Just get the Walmart subscription. You can get it for free.
Nicole Kidman. God, what a cast here.
Oh.
Yeah. It's Taylor Sheridan.
I like him.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I just saw the trailer for this the other day. I really wanted to watch this one.
Okay.
Nice.
I have to check that out.
Please get Paramount Plus just to watch that show.
I had it for a while just for him because he lives out where I'm from. I'm from Granbury, Texas, and he's got a ranch out in Weatherford.
Yeah. Okay,
his little sisters. And I respect the shit out of him because he was just an actor out there who wrote his own shit.
So Sons of Anarchy, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, you know what? They're not going to give me anything. I'll just have to create it myself.
Yeah, yep. He it was Sicario, first thing that he wrote, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he directed what was it called? Wind River. Yeah.
Oh, that movie was crazy.
Yeah, that was the first movie he directed. Then I think Yellowstone was his first show, or did he have anything before Yellowstone?
No.
Well, also on that means
Hell or High Water is what I got him on.
Hell or High Water. I mean, that's
a great fucking movie.
Have you not seen his other show on there, which is Landman on Paramount Plus?
I watched the first season of Landman because I like Billy Bob, and I am a massive Ally Larder fan. Like, she will always be my high school sweetheart.
Varsity Blues.
100%, man. 100%. She. I like characters and actors like that because I feel like they've grown up with us.
Yeah.
You know. And
I think you'll both love. I really like Lioness. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Tulsa King, I wasn't a fan.
Watch that one.
Tulsa King. Tulsa King is also on Paramount Plus, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, dude, he's like the deal that Sandler's got with Netflix. Sheridan's got with fucking Paramount.
Yeah. Yep. He's got tons of shows.
Hey, business daddy, give me that money.
Him, like Chuck Lorre had 25
CBS.
Yeah, on CBS, right?
Are you gonna watch the new one with him? The other spinoff
of Chuck
The
Lorre?
Big Bang Theory.
Of the Big Bang Theory.
I'll probably watch it. Yeah, it's another. Who's this one for?
It's the comic book
spinning
guys.
off?
Yeah, it's
okay.
They're doing it kind of like a multiverse thing.
Stuart Saves the Universe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stuart Saves. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, sure, I'll watch that.
Young Sheldon was weirdly a fucking really good show.
Yeah,
was
Young
it
Sheldon's
really?
good.
I never watched it.
It's good.
It's also emotional. The other one I love is that Chuck Lorre did the Mitrovsky Method on Netflix was fantastic too.
Yeah, with Michael Douglas.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
that was great.
Chuck Lorre.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was a really good show. Was it Alan Arkin, right?
Alan Arkin, yeah. Yep. And then Bookie is also Chuck Lorre.
Bookie. That sounds familiar.
That one does sound familiar.
Sebastian Maniscalco plays the main guy.
Oh, I like him.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's on HBO. See, I have HBO. I can only watch shows that are on HBO or Disney Plus and Hulu because I have to give myself the amount of streaming shows. Like I can only spend so much on streaming, and then as football season comes up, I'm gonna fuck off HBO and then just do the
ESPN.
The ESPN, the Hulu, like the football package.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
We need House of the Dragon to hurry up and finish out.
Then I got as far as movies go, what's coming up that I'm excited about.
Spider-Man.
I haven't seen the Odyssey yet. You guys see
I haven't either. No, I keep meaning to,
our other co-host saw it and she was talking about it last time and she said it was really good.
Yeah.
So
I mean it looks fantastic. I mean it's got all the pieces. So I'm pretty sure it's
as he gets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the best picture front runner for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I just found out today? Oh brother, where art thou?
Bless you.
Is
Coen Brothers? Thank you.
Yeah. But it's the
Odyssey.
What's the word? Yeah, it's the Odyssey.
You just found that out?
I think of the word. I just found that out today.
Oh, so is Big Fish. So is Big Fish, by the way.
Yeah.
So is Forrest Gump. They're all modern day Odysseys.
Yeah.
I guess it fucking is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
guess so. I never
Solid
really thought about it like that.
Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I didn't pick that up at all.
Think about the giant, the
characters he meets on his journey.
The giant and Big Fish. He takes the two paths, and the giant. That's nobody, as he calls himself in the Odyssey. And then Forrest Gump, same thing. It's it's a modern day Odyssey. It's all. Yeah, or Sullivan's Travels. I mean, it's either one or the other.
I mean, so much is based off of the Odyssey, the Iliad, these Beowulf, these great classics that were the first. And I mean, what's the line in the Bible? There's nothing new under the sun. We've all created it.
Yeah, or then there's eight unique stories. Also, people say
yes,
right. Or
We've talked about that a few times on here, and it's
Didn't they say that in adaptation? Weren't we just talking about adaptation the other day?
We might have been.
I think we were. You ever see Adaptation, Gregory? With Nicolas Cage?
One of the best screenplays ever written by Charlie Kaufman. Yeah.
How do you make a movie Spike about Jones. An unmakeable movie?
He's so great. How he plays the two versions of himself.
Yeah.
It's one of the one of the Nicolas Cage ones that reminds you, like, damn, this guy's really fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah. Leaving Las Vegas, Adaptation. What's the one that they
Family? How about The Family Man?
Family Man, yes. Family Man was really good. Fucking Weatherman was good.
Weatherman?
It was like the remake of the Harvey Keitel movie. Port of Call, New Orleans.
Yeah, that's good too. Yeah, and then The Rock, right? He's
The Rock. Lucia's always worrying about doing the best.
Also, I mean, he's great in that, and he's great in Con Air. Con Air is awesome in too.
Con Air is amazing.
Yeah. So
he's a movie star.
Have you ever watched Willy's Wonderland?
Willy's Wonderland?
Yeah.
Adam's been trying to push this one on me for a while.
I've been trying to push this. Alex, you got to watch this movie. It's good. Are you familiar with the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff? A little bit.
Yeah.
Animatronics that come to life.
Yeah, animatronics. So they did a movie before Five Nights at Freddy came out with their movie, and it was essentially the same premise, but he's like
sounds like the same concept.
He's some kind of pretty much. They imply he's like some kind of veteran. They like basically tell him, "Hey, clean this place up, and we'll fix your car up so you can leave." And so he's in this place, and the animatronic, he doesn't say a word the entire movie. It's just looks and beating the shit out of animatronics. He has no dialogue. Really? The only dialogue in that movie is like with the townspeople or some kids that like break into the place. But like the animatronics come to life, and he just like basically murders them, and it's like hilarious.
I gotta find this
one.
It's
silly. It's good. It's good. And it came up actually in the very first episode of this podcast that we ever did. Because we were talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. It had just come out. And I was like, no. I was like, go watch Willy's Wonderland. It's a better movie than Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay. So
Five Nights at Freddy's is riding the IP.
I'll check it out. Yeah. I'll give it a watch.
And everything's on Tubi. The first time I've ever used Tubi today was to watch your movie. What am I doing? Why am I not watching Tubi? Everything's on there. And I'm fine with a little commercial here and there. And it's free.
Yeah.
We just discussed I'm not giving streaming services all my money. You give me content for free.
Pretty great deal. You just, watch a couple commercials and it's free.
Yeah. And they're not terrible commercials, because I keep catching myself watching like the free live TV on Roku, and those commercials will be evil. They're all AI trying to sell like burial insurance to old people. It is fucking vicious.
I've learned a lot about feminine products from Tubi. So,
and that's important, Adam.
It is very important. Yeah. It's important for us to know these things.
You probably watch stuff with your wife, and it probably knows the algorithm.
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes we watch the same like channels for the most part, especially Peacock.
There you go.
Peacock is like, it's a mixed match. It's pretty wild. It's a wild ride on the ads there.
Well,
but everything's in her name, so.
There you go. Yeah,
that's how you do it. Then you get all the commercials that are designed. It's so fun the way they just target them.
Yeah, same with social media, right? It's you search for one thing, and then all of a sudden you got 40 suggestions.
Even if you're just having this talk right now next to my phone, I'm sure I'm going to get 13 different ads that pop up.
Yeah, there's gonna be some kind of deal for you to subscribe to Paramount Plus.
One more.
Here's a masterclass with Bernie Taupin.
One funny story about that, and we'll go ahead and close it out. So actually, over the weekend, so me and my wife were starting to look at houses and everything. And we're trying to figure out, we're trying to sell our house. Sorry, we're not trying yet. We're talking about it like, okay, let's sell our house before we go look at another one, so we don't have to buy contingent.
Sure.
Like, well, what do we do in the interim between houses and that, So I started looking up like long-term, or short-term rentals, like, hotels, things like that. So I was like looking these things up. How much do they cost? Okay, it's going to cost like $2,500, whatever. So the next day, I'm sitting there scrolling through my phone, and all of a sudden, I've got a bunch of divorce lawyer ads on my phone on Facebook. I have those, and I have ED pills.
Oh, so God, they love selling me ED pills.
It was like soon as I hit like my upper 30s, all of a sudden it's ED. And it stopped for a while, but then I started looking at like long-term rentals. It's like ED pills and divorce lawyers. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hims is getting so aggressive. I think I'm going to start to get a door-to-door salesman for Hims because they just really are very sure my cock doesn't work anymore. We hear you're 43, sir.
That's so funny. Oh my God, it's great.
Oh. And I was like, oh, wrong reasons, guys, but okay.
Always end on a dick joke, Adam. Solid movie.
That's right. Well, Gregory, thank you so much for coming out here. Do you want anything else to share? Any last
you
thoughts
plug
or anything?
Some stuff, man.
Oh,
yeah, sure. So to watch the film, to watch Moments of Youth, the United States, Canada, and Australia, you can watch it on Tubi, as we just talked about. The US and UK on Amazon. And then the rest of the world, YouTube and Plex. And if you're in the Boston area at the end of the month on August 21st and 22nd, come see the film at the Embassy Theater in Waltham. I'll be there for a Q&A like I talked about earlier. And if you're in the LA area, at the Alex Theater on September 10th.
Nice. And how can people in Vietnam watch it?
Yes. We forgot to mention Vietnam.
I believe Plex and YouTube.
For some reason, we have a very large fan base in Vietnam.
Got a big following in Vietnam.
We got a big following. So we have to mention
clue as to why.
We have to mention the beautiful beaches, the wonderful hotels. It's a wonderful tourist location over in Vietnam.
Sponsorship here. And the Vietnamese people are strong and beautiful people with fantastic lineage and just courageous. Just give us money, Vietnam. We love you.
Have you done something like a movie that's set there? Good Morning Vietnam or something?
No, but we should talk about it. That's a great fucking movie. Although I think discussing Vietnamese.
That would be
Vietnam.
Yeah, that would be probably.
It might be anti.
Let's do the Thin Red Line.
Either way,
that's World War II. We'll do Platoon.
Yeah, Platoon. Yeah,
it's a great fucking movie. Adagio for strings.
Great movie too.
Yeah. That's what you need, man. In the new hockey movie, you need a song as iconic as Adagio for strings.
Okay.
This is just free advice out there.
I'll start writing it.
This is the best advice out there. Just do something iconic, right?
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, thanks again, Gregory, for coming on the show. We really loved having you. And to all of our listeners, we will see you next time.
Thanks so much, guys. It was awesome talking with you. And thanks for having me on the show to talk about the film. And it was fun talking about all the other stuff, too.
Heck yeah, buddy.
So thanks so much.
It's a good talk.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.